Hello, my name is Brad Kramer of Provanio Consulting. I want to take a few seconds today to talk about what is a safety professional. A lot of people ask what I do in safety. I work with a number of networking groups and a lot of people that maybe don't work in manufacturing or with a safety professional. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there of what is safety. So I want to get down to the nitty gritty of what a safety professional is. First of all, technically, we're either going to be environmental health and safety managers or professionals like EHS. You're going to see that acronym quite a bit. EHS is a safety professional that also covers the environmental aspects of a facility. So environmental reporting, putting stormwater programs in place and things like that. Now, somebody who works strictly in safety without environmental is going to be an occupational health and safety professional, OHS. So if you see OHS, that's somebody that they focus just on safety. And the health in safety means we're looking at what is going to impact the employee's health years from now, not just today. So safety, we're both looking at preventing accidents that could amputate their hands, help make them lose an eye, cause slips and falls. The health side is looking at making sure you're not exposed to carcinogens, that you're not getting things on your skin that can cause problems later in life. Looking at things like protecting your hearing, so your long-term health. So that's the health and safety. So we have a few roles that safety professionals cover in manufacturing, industry, construction sites, all different types of companies. And OSHA, which is the federal government's occupational safety and health administration, has regulations that govern how industry must work as far as protecting their workers from hazards. Now, I don't have anything to do with OSHA. I don't work for OSHA. I don't report to OSHA. The only exception is I'm an OSHA outreach instructor. So if I'm teaching an OSHA 10 or 30-hour class, I just have a few requirements from OSHA that I have to include in that class. Other than that, I don't have any, I'm not going to call OSHA on my clients. If I see something scary, I'm not going to report them, anything else like that. I have nothing to do with OSHA unless the client wants me to intervene or ask them questions or something like that. So OSHA compliance, that kind of intimidates a lot of people. They think if a safety professional comes in, we're just going to throw the book at them and give them this long list of things that they have to do and make their job harder. As a matter of fact, I want to do just the opposite. I want to give you, as a business manager, peace of mind. I want to make sure that your workers have the tools to do things right without breaking the bank, because if a safety program is not put together to be fiscally responsible, it's going to cost that business too much money, it's going to fall off the wayside as soon as the money gets tight, which in business happens all the time. So my job is to make sure you're compliant, but make sure we're budget friendly. And a lot of times I can actually bring a lot of inefficiencies out of the process. I can make a plant more productive, easier to keep employees, and everybody knows what to expect. They know the policies and procedures, right? Their policies aren't just hidden in some, binder in some office and nobody knows what to do. My job is to make it easier for you to run your business. A big thing I do is training. So that's probably the most common thing that clients will reach out to me for. So I can train on things like using respirators. How do you choose the right respirator? How do you wear it? What's involved in deciding how to build a program around your respirators and things like that. If you do confined space entry or any type of work in a potentially hazardous atmosphere, training workers on how to use an atmospheric monitor. We'll actually turn this thing on, look at how to start it up, understanding the different calibrations, bump testing and all that kind of stuff. Training people to not just lift ergonomically correct, but how do we set up your workstation to be ergonomically correct? So for example, looking at, here I have a model of a spine that shows what a herniated disc looks like. So helping workers understand the hazards that they're working around and how to properly do the work that they do. I get involved in everything from training hazmat teams So if you have a hazmat team that needs to suit up in level A hazmat suits like this and wear SCBAs, such as for shutting down anhydrous ammonia leaks or other hazardous chemicals, that's included in training as well. Another big part is consulting, actually going into a business and looking, what do you have here, right? How can we improve the conditions? So looking at maybe the air quality, what's in your air, what do we need to do for ventilation? Can we find chemicals that are going to be safer for your employees to use and things like that? A lot of different things that I can find the best practice or a better way of doing it. Another thing that we do is develop policies and procedures. Most managers have no desire whatsoever to write a policy, right? You have to make sure you get all the elements of what's required, making sure that people in your plant can understand how to use those policies and that they're actually going to be usable. So that's a big part of what I do, developing lockout procedures, confined space procedures, writing hazard communication programs, things that are going to make a business able to communicate better to their employees. That's a big part of developing those policies and procedures. So we have a lot of roles in safety in a manufacturing plant, construction environment, anything like that. And if a business is doing safety right, they're going to find it easier to keep their employees, going to manage their budget. You're not going to have unnecessary workers' compensation claims. You're going to be doing those safety activities correctly rather than just trying to throw money at a problem and get it to disappear. So there's a lot that we can do in safety to make your business a better business. So I would love to answer any questions that you have. And if you need a trainer, safety consulting, if you're having employees out on lost time and losing productivity quite a bit, anything like that, I would love to help you get to the bottom of it. I'm Brad Kramer with Provenio Consulting, and I want to help your workers go home safe every day.